Welcome to the Madison Miller Podcast. Today is Tuesday, October 24th, 2023. Today we're going to recap last night's Games 6 and 7 of the American League and National League Championship Series, respectively. Look ahead to tonight's National League Game 7. Monday Night Football, College Football, NHL, NBA opening night. That's right. We have soccer, we have a future for the portfolio, news and notes, and best bet. We'll start Baseball League Championship Series. An interesting night, to say the least. A big surprise in the first game as the Diamondbacks defeat the Phillies 5-1 to force another Game 7. This time in the National League. Merrill Kelly to win, Aaron Nola the loss. Diamondbacks fast start in the second, Tommy Pham homer. Lourdes Gurriel homer. Evan Longoria double. Then the bottom of the second, RBI single, Brandon Marsh. Bottom of the fifth, RBI triple, Ketel Marte. And then top of the seventh, Ketel Marte RBI single. Kelly, 5 innings, an earned run, 8 strikeouts. And Aaron Nola had his worst start in a while. 4 and a third innings, 6 hits, 4 runs, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts. And now, Game 7, we'll get to that in a second. And in ALCS Game 7, the Rangers defeat the Astros 11-4. A shocking outcome in terms of not necessarily who won, but how it was done. And now the Rangers are going to their first World Series in 12 years. Jordan Montgomery gets the win and Christian Javier the loss. Rangers fast start, top of the first, home run, Corey Seager, 1-0. Adolis Garcia RBI single, 2-0. Mitch Garver RBI single, 3-0. Bottom of the first, Jose Abreu RBI single makes it 3-1. Top of the third, Adolis Garcia home run, 4-1. Bottom of the third, Alex Bregman home run, 4-2. Top of the fourth, 2-run double by Evan Carter, 6-2. 2-run single by Adolis Garcia, 8-2. Top of the sixth, Nate Lau home run, 2-run shot makes it 10-2. Bottom of the seventh, RBI single. Yordan Alvarez makes it 10-3. Top of the eighth, Garcia again makes it 11-3. Then the bottom of the ninth, garbage time homer for Jose Altuve made it 11-4. Max Scherzer started. He wasn't great. 2 2/3 innings for it, 2 runs, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, and Jordan Montgomery in relief. And as ESPN's Carl Ravitch said, the Madison Bumgarner role. 2 1/3 innings, 3 hits, no earned runs, no walks, and the strikeout. And Christian Javier only recorded 1 out. 4 3 runs, a walk, no strikeouts. And JP France was awful. And then everybody else, Abreu, not good. Urquidy, okay. So, Texas moves on to the World Series. Congratulations to them. Phenomenal season. Bruce Bochy has just been a mastermind. He outmanaged Dusty Baker in the series. Dusty Baker, we'll talk about him in news and notes. But the Rangers, very impressive. This was a team I thought was a dark horse to go on a run before the season. But not to this degree. I thought maybe to win the AL West, potentially. But they probably should have. They were the best team in that division all season. It's just that they had a bad end to the regular season, getting swept in Seattle, and then they've just been red hot in the postseason. So, congrats to the Rangers. And then now, Game 7 in the National League Championship Series tonight, 8 o'clock on TBS. D-backs Phillies, it's Rangers Suarez and Brandon Pfaadt. Interesting game. I assume the Phillies are like minus 150, if not higher. Minus 160. Let's see. Minus 166. The D-backs are plus 140. Over under 8.5. Over is minus 102. Under is minus 120. D-backs plus 1.5 is minus 146. Phillies minus 1.5 is plus 122. I think the over is not out of the realm of possibility, but I'm not willing to bet it. I'm going to go back to the well with the same bet that I gave out yesterday. And that's over 4.5 Philly runs at -102. I think their offense is going to bounce back against FOT. So I like over 4.5 Philly runs at -102. All right, now I'll move on to Monday Night Football. That was a fascinating game. Yours truly was correct in terms of who was going to cover. But little did she know that the Vikings were actually going to win the game as they take down the 49ers 22-17. The Vikings are 3-4. San Francisco's 5-2. That was the second straight loss. Kirk Cousins was really good in this game. 35 of 45, 378 yards, 2 touchdowns and a pick. That was the best I've seen him play in a primetime game. Brock Purdy, 21 of 30, 272 yards, a touchdown, 2 picks. He wasn't very good. But good on the Vikings, turning it around. They're kind of back in the mix in the NFC wildcard picture. It's just that they lost a couple close games, and they probably should be over 500. They should beat the Bucs week 1. Could have beat the Eagles week 2. The Vikings could very well be 5-2 if a couple things break their way. They could have very well be 5-2. So the Vikings are not a bad team. And now the Niners have lost 2 straight with some key players absent. So the Niners, I think, are in a little bit of trouble. They play Cincinnati next week. And then the Vikes play the Packers. And the Packers don't look very good. The Packers beating the Bears in week 1 is going to go down as the WTF result of the season. There's always that WTF result, especially in week 1, like, oh. And then they're not as good. That's it. You figured that one out. Every year it happens. And that's that. All right, now move on to college. We have 2 games tonight, both in Conference USA. It's the USA Tuesdays. So the first one is at 7 o'clock tonight on CBS Sports Network, New Mexico State, Louisiana Tech. I project Louisiana Tech by 2.5, total 52.5. And I assume New Mexico State is favored. Louisiana Tech's actually giving 2.5 and the total is 53.5. Oh, I nailed this in terms of predictions. I'm probably not gonna bet on the game. So, I'm gonna go outside the box with the pick. And I am going to go with the over 26.5 points for New Mexico State at -113. I know it's an outside-the-box pick, but why not? The other game, 7:30, ESPNU, Liberty, Western Kentucky. Liberty's undefeated. Western scored 3. I have Liberty by 3, total 56, and 17-20. It's 5.5 and 60.5. So a little more relay here. 2.5 towards Western Kentucky and a lot more on the under. So I'm going to go with the under here, and then so we're going to do the under for that game. And then we I think Western Kentucky could cover. Maybe I'll throw them in an underdog money line parlay with a couple of hockey teams. I'm not putting the Dimex in there because I feel pretty good about the Phillies. But at gunpoint, I'm going to say Western might upset Liberty. And then I think La Tech beats Mexico State. That's a rat line that I nailed on the top of my mind or my numbers. So that's that. And we have more college tomorrow. It's Conference USA again tomorrow, too. All right, NHL, we'll go over the game from last night, and then we have a much larger slate. Tonight, if I'm not mistaken, all 16 teams play tonight, and ESPN's doing, like, a triple header and, like, the Frozen something. It's like their version of the Red Zone hosted by John Kuchacross. So that's exciting. Habs upset the Sabres 3-1. The Habs are 3-1-1. Buffalo's 2-4-0. Three stars of the game: Jeff Skinner, Brandon Gallagher, and Jake Allen. And the NBA does this too. They start the games at different times. And I know the NBA did this last year when they, too, started all the games at different times. Which was pretty cool. So, 6 o'clock on ESPN, you had the Maple Leafs and the Capitals. Leafs are 3-2. Capitals 1-2-1 to start the season. The Leafs are minus 176. The Caps are plus 146. Over under 6.5. Overs minus 120. Unders minus 102. Leafs minus 1.5 is plus 132. Caps plus 1.5 is minus 160. This is a tough one. Samsonov back in Washington's interesting. So I'm going to go under 2.5 goals plus 114. I think Samsonov revention spot. 6:30 Ducks Blue Jackets. Ducks 1-4. Columbus is surprising 3-2. So maybe the Rangers losing to Columbus doesn't look so bad right now. Columbus minus 146. Ducks plus 122. Over under 6.5. Overs minus 118. Unders minus 104. Ducks plus 1.5 is minus 192. Blue Jackets minus 1.5 is plus 158. I like the over in that game a lot. 6:45 Sens hosting the Sabres. The Sens are minus 164. The Sabres are plus 136. Over under 6.5. Overs minus 150. Unders plus 122. Sabres plus 1.5 is minus 166. Sens minus 1.5 is plus 138. Sabres 2-4-0. Senators are 3-2. A lot of teams are 3-2. All right, so for this one, we're going to do an underdog upset. Sabres plus 136. 7 o'clock, Hurricanes Lightning. Canes minus 120. Lightning even money over under 6.5. Minus 110 each way. Canes minus 1.5 is plus 195. Lightning plus 1.5 is minus 240. Why isn't this game on ESPN? I don't know. Hurricanes are 3-3. Lightning 2-2-2. For this one, I'm going to go with over 3.5 Carolina Hurricanes goals plus 118. And I think Carolina deserves to be favored in Tampa at this point. With no Vasilevsky. 7:15 Devils Canadiens. Devils 2-1-1. Habs 3-1-1. So the Habs have been surprising this year. The Devils are minus 235. The Montreal's plus 190. Over under 6.5. Overs minus 118. Unders minus 104. Devils minus 1.5 is minus 102. Habs plus 1.5 is minus 118. I am going to go with the Montreal puck line plus 1.5 and minus 118. I don't want to call for the outright upset. 7:30 Stars Penguins from Pittsburgh. Stars 3-0-1. Penguins 2-3-0. Stars minus 118. Pens minus 102. Over under 6.5. Overs plus 104. Unders minus 128. Stars minus 1.5 is plus 205. Pens plus 1.5 is minus 255. I'm going with Dallas as a slate road favorite minus 118. 7:45 Sharks Panthers. Panthers minus 265. Sharks plus 215. Over under 6.5. Overs minus 134. Unders plus 110. Sharks plus 1.5 is minus 106. Panthers minus 1.5 is minus 113. Sharks are 0-4-1. Panthers are 2-3. This is a good spot to lay a puck line. So I'm going to go with Panthers minus 1.5 at minus 113. 8 o'clock Avs Islanders. That's a late time for an Islander home game. Avs are undefeated 5-0-0. Islanders 2-1-1. Avs are minus 142. Islanders are plus 118. Over under 5.5. Overs minus 114. Unders minus 106. Avs minus 1.5 is plus 176. Isles plus 1.5 is minus 15. I like the under. I like betting unders in Islanders games or giving out unders because of Sorokin. Kraken Red Wings at 8:15. The Red Wings are minus 132. The Kraken are plus 110. Over under 6.5. Overs plus 102. And there's minus 124. Kraken plus 1.5 is minus 220. Red Wings minus 1.5 is plus 180. Kraken 141. Detroit 5-1. Wow. Didn't realize Detroit was 5-1. Good for them. I like the over. I want the bet on the Kraken. But them being 5-1, I respect that. That's pretty good. 8:30 Blackhawks Bruins on ESPN. So a rematch from the second game of the year. Opening night was them at Pittsburgh. Meaning Chicago. Bruins minus 245. Blackhawks plus 198. Over under 5.5. Overs minus 132. Unders plus 108. Bruins minus 1.5 is plus 105. Blackhawks plus 1.5 is minus 126. The Bruins are 5-0. The Blackhawks are 2-4-0. I'm going to go with over 3.5 Bruins goals at minus 116. 8:45 Blues Jets. Blues 2-1-1. Jets 2-3. Jets minus 178. Blues plus 150. Over under 6.5. Overs plus 104. Unders minus 128. Blues plus 1.5 is minus 156. Jets minus 1.5 is plus 130. Over. No brainer over. 9 o'clock, Oilers Wild. Oilers 1-3-1, no McDavid. And the Wild are 2-2-1. The Wild are minus 115. The Oilers minus 104. Over under 6.5. Overs minus 114. Unders minus 106. Oilers plus 1.5 is minus 245. Wild minus 1.5 is plus 198. I'm going to lay the minus 115 with the Wild on the money line. That's a good spot to fade the Oilers. 9:15 Canucks Preds. Both teams are even at 6 points. Canucks 3-2. Predators 3-3. The Preds are minus 118. The Canucks are minus 102. Over under 6.5. Overs even money. Unders minus 122. Canucks plus 1.5 is minus 145. Preds minus 1.5 is plus 198. I'm going to lay it with the Predators minus 118 to get over 500. 9:45 Rangers Flames. Rangers 3-2-0. Flames 2-3-1. Rangers minus 126. Flames plus 105. Over under 6.5. Overs plus 112. Unders minus 138. Rangers minus 1.5 is plus 190. Flames plus 1.5 is minus 135. The Rangers have been favored in every game so far this season, which is insane. I do not think they should be favored here. I'm surprised they were favored over the Kraken. They should have been favorites in the 2 home games, and they should have been favored over Columbus. But the Sabre game, that should have been a pick'em, although the Rangers did end up winning that game. I'm taking the Flames at plus 105. The Rangers have been win-loss to start the season. Is going with the trend and going with a team that should be favored in the spot over the Rangers. So give me Calgary plus 105. 10:30 Coyotes Kings. Coyotes 3-2-0. Kings 2-2-1. The Kings are minus 188. The Coyotes are plus 155. Over under 6.5. Overs minus 102. And there's minus 120. Coyotes plus 1.5 is minus 156. Kings minus 1.5 is plus 130. For this one, we're going to do over 3.5 Kings goals, minus 112. Don't feel good about that one, though. And at 11 o'clock on ESPN, Flyers, Golden Knights. The Flyers are a surprising 3-1-1. Golden Knights 6-0-0. Best team in the league so far. They're minus 210. Flyers plus 172 over under 6.5. Overs plus 112. Unders minus 138. Flyers plus 1.5 is minus 140. Vegas minus 1.5 is plus 116. For this one, I'm going to go over 3.5 Vegas goals, minus 116. So it should be a fun night in the NHL. And it's even more fun that it's opening night in the NBA. So on Thursday, we're going to have all the sports going, which is going to be a lot of fun. Because we have Thursday Night Football. Or no, it'll be Friday, because the World Series starts Friday. Friday, we're going to have everybody. So that's going to be a ton of fun. So NBA opening night. There are 2 games, both Western Conference games, amazingly enough. So the first game tonight 8 o'clock on TNT. Lakers, Nuggets. The Nuggets are raising the banner. Or 7:30. My apologies. 7:30 on TNT. I thought it was 8 o'clock. It was 7:30. The rare early start time for the Nuggets. 5:30 Mountain Time. So that is bizarre. I honestly am surprised that they're doing 2 West games. Or, in theory, they would do 8 o'clock and then 10:30. But I don't think they want that because I think it has to do with, like, kids going to games and whatnot. I mean, Friday nights, they sometimes still do it 8 and 10:30, but it's late. So, like, that's why I like to get the change in the nationally televised game. So, 7:30 and 10 are the 2 games. So, Lakers, Nuggets. The Nuggets are getting the rings. The banner's being raised. That crowd is going to be electric. Trying to find out who's calling the game for TNT. I think it would be Kevin Harlan, Reggie Miller on this game. And then the other game's going to be Ian Eagle and Stan Van Gundy or Brian Anderson. No, Brian Anderson's not doing either game because he's in Philly. So Suns Warriors will probably be Ian Eagle and Stan Van Gundy. And in Lakers Nuggets will probably be Kevin and Reggie. And that would make more sense because Kevin did the Monday night game on the radio last night. So Minnesota to Denver's not a bad flight. So projections, Nuggets 4.5 total 229. Too much time talking about media for NBA opening night. And it's 5.5 and 228. Very close numbers. I'm going to do slight lean Lakers. It's not... It's hard to do team totals when you don't have much data for the season. So I'm going to do slight Lakers plus the 5.5. And I would do a slight over as well. But I do think this is going to be a close game. The Lakers, there's the closest sweep ever. And the Lakers are better than they were a year ago. So I'm going to take the Lakers plus the points. And I'll consider the plus 180 because, like, there might be the emotion with Denver and whatnot. So I'll consider plus 180. That's an underdog money line I'll throw in with a couple of the hockey ones. And Western Kentucky, if I decide to do a round robin later. And 10 o'clock TNT Suns Warriors. Like I said, probably Ian Eagle and Stan Van Gundy. I project Warriors 4.5 total 229 and 4/5. No Draymond, likely no Devin Booker either. And it's 2.5 and 233. Woo! I like the under. No Booker. I think that number's high. There's going to probably be some jitters. And betting on unders early in the season, especially the first night of the year, is fun. And then you switch course and go over after the first couple of games. So I like the under, and I also do like Golden State minus the points, but the podcast play is going to be the under. That total is very high for opening night. Alrighty. We move on to soccer now. We have a couple of results to get to, and then I believe we have Champions League today too. So we'll start with Serie A. Udinese and Lecce 1-1 draw, so best bet loses. And Empoli over Fiorentina 2-0. Premier League. Tottenham over Fulham 2-0. La Liga. Valencia over Cadiz 2-0. We do have Liga MX tonight. One game, 9 o'clock. We have Leon and Atlas. Leo's 8th, and Atlas is in 11th. So these two teams are pretty even. Leon's minus 135, Atlas plus 340, draw plus 270. I'm going to go with the draw here at plus 270. Now Champions League. It's exciting. We So at 12:45, you have Inter Milan and FC Salzburg. This is Group D. So, Inter's minus 400, Salzburg's 11-1, the draw's 5-1. I'm going to do something ballsy here. I'm going to go with Inter minus 2.5 at plus 215. Galatasaray and Bayern. This is Group A. Bayern's been awesome in Champions League play. Galatasaray 1-1-0. Bayern's minus 230, Galatasaray plus 550, draw plus 410. We're going to do over 3.5 goals minus 106. At 3 o'clock, you have Benfica and Real Sociedad. That is Group D. Real Sociedad's minus 240, Braga's 550, the draw's plus 390. I'm going to do over 3.5 goals plus 126. Union Berlin and Napoli. What's tricky here is Napoli just played. This is Group C. Napoli's minus 105. Union Berlin plus 290. Draw plus 250. I'm going to go with Napoli minus 105 as a slight road favorite. They've been hot lately. Union Berlin has lost 5 straight. Braga and Real Madrid. So, that's Group C. Real Madrid's minus 240, Braga's... Oh, wait. Oh, wait. I gave out the wrong pick earlier. My apologies, guys. We'll do Benfica, Real Sociedad now. Benfica plus 120, Real Sociedad plus 240, draw plus 230. So Braga, Real Madrid is... So that's Group C. And then Braga's Group C and then Benfica's Group D. I'm going to go with Real Sociedad with the upset at plus 240. I'm sorry for the confusion, guys. And then Braga, Real Madrid, I don't recall what I gave out the pick. I think I said over 3.5 goals. Yes. Plus 126. Sevilla, Arsenal. This is Group B. Arsenal minus 140, Sevilla plus 380, draw plus 280. I'm going to go over 2.5 goals minus 116. Man United and Copenhagen. That is Group A. Man United minus 340, Copenhagen 8-1, the draw's plus 490. We'll go over 3.5 goals at plus 126. And last but not least, Lens and PSV. That is Group B. Lens plus 150, PSV plus 170, draw plus 250. Tough one, but I'm going to go with the draw plus 250. So there you have it for Champions League. We also have ELC today too. 2:45 you have Huddersfield and Cardiff. Huddersfield plus 135, Cardiff plus 210, draw plus 210 too. All right, so Huddersfield is can't find them on the list here. Oh, 18th. And Cardiff's 11th. Huddersfield plus, yeah, I already went over the numbers. I'm gonna go with Cardiff plus 210 upset. 2:45 Millwall and Blackburn. Blackburn's 15th, and then Millwall's 14th, so they're very close in the standings. Millwall plus 150, Blackburn plus 175, draw plus 3, going Blackburn plus 175. Norwich City and Borough. Norwich is 11th. And Borough is 13th. Because they're very close in standings as well. Norwich plus 170, Middlesbrough plus 140, draw plus 250. I'm going to go with the draw plus 250. Swansea, Watford. Swansea's 17th. And Watford's 19th. They're also very close in the standings. Swansea plus 130, Watford plus 210, draw plus 220. I'm going to go with the draw plus 220. 3 o'clock, Leicester and Sunderland. Leicester's first, and then Sunderland is 6th. Leicester's probably a big favorite. Yeah, minus 210. Sunderland 5-1, the draw plus 340. I'm going to say under 2.5 goals plus 130. And then last but not least, West Brom and QPR. QPR's 22nd. And West Brom is 9th. So West Brom's probably a big favorite too. Yes, minus 165. QPR's plus 450, draw plus 280. I'm going to go over 2.5 goals at minus 104. Okay, now we'll move on to the portfolio. So, there's a lot of options. I gave it out an NBA long shot for most improved on the podcast. So I'm going to drop the NBA season preview and predictions show, so I'll probably give out more there. So I think I'm going to go to the NFL for my next one because I kind of need an NFL one. I like looking at the divisions. And there's value on some teams that might win its divisions. And the conference odds are always fun as well. And the other one is the awards. And an award I have my eye on is Coach of the Year. There's a lot of interesting candidates, and you can get somebody at double-digit odds to win Coach of the Year. And Someone I have my eye on for Coach of the Year is a coach that is perceived to be one of the best in the league. And he's 30-1. And he's someone that had a bad year last year. And the team's better. And the NFC's not very good, as we know. And they don't have much talent left on this team. Why not Sean McVay at 30-1? So I'm going to lay a 10th of a unit on Sean McVay at 30-1 to win the Coach of the Year award in the NFL. Actually, hang on a second. I'm actually putting my money elsewhere because I just thought of another good one. And I'm going to put a quarter unit on it. This is a wide receiver that has been awesome in his opponent's absence. Touchdown machine, Jordan Addison, 16-1 to win the Offensive Rookie of the Year. I have to go there. He's been amazing. A quarter unit on that. So sorry, Sean McVay. I just cashed out at 30-1 for you. But there's more value on Jordan Addison at 16-1 to win the Offensive Rookie of the Year. Let's say the Vikings turn their season around. Why not? 16-1, Jordan Addison, Offensive Rookie of the Year. So I gave out 2 picks, but I'm betting on Addison instead of McVay. But if McVay's at a better number, at the same number next week, we'll reconsider. All right, news and notes for today. There's a lot to get to. We talked about Bradley Beal unlikely to play tonight because of his back. The Suns are taking a cautious approach. And that's according to Shams. Some extensions happened. Aaron Nesmith, 3-year extension, $33 million. Jaden McDaniels, 5 years, $136 million for the Timberwolves. That's a lot. Josh Green, 3 years, $41 million for the Mavs. Cole Anthony, 3 years, $39 million with the Magic. Okongwu of the Hawks, 4 years, $62 million. Giannis got a contract extension, 3 years, $186 million, so he's going to be out of trade rumors for a while. Player option for 27-28. No extension for Knicks guard Emmanuel Quickley, as he's to hit free agency next summer. The Sixers are waiving Montrezl Harrell. Damian Lillard says he knew he wasn't getting traded to the Heat, as he said the Blazers talks were irritating. He says it was anything to go against what I would have wanted. Klay Thompson extension talks dead as he's hitting free agency. The possibility of that, very more likely. The sides remain far apart. I would not be shocked if he's wearing purple and gold next year. I'm just saying that. I feel like because of his dad and his involvement in that organization, can you just totally see him signing with the Lakers to stick at the Golden State? And, of course, the Philly Inquirer comes out. Knicks for clicks, baby. The Knicks' trade package for Joel Embiid, as they're willing to offer 3 players and multiple first-round picks for Embiid. Like I said, this is just Philly throwing this out there for BS. Well, that just shows that Embiid's potentially available. Maybe. But the 3 players are who? Mitchell Robinson, RJ Barrett maybe. And who would be the third one? It'd be Barrett, Robinson, not Hartenstein, maybe like Miles McBride or Quickly. But yeah, the Knicks are a pretty deep team. They have all the makings of a 2-for-1, 3-for-1, 4-for-1 kind of trade for a star. But let me see the Knicks trade for a superstar before I buy into the rumors first, okay? Listen, the Knicks are in a decent spot right now with a bunch of picks and assets. And Leon Rose deserves credit for rebuilding that thing back up. And for this just to come out before the season is just a distraction to the Knicks and the Sixers as well. So, if as a Knicks fan, I would love Embiid on my team. There's a lot of people saying that Embiid can't be the number one guy on a championship team. But guess what? I think he can be. And it's just coincidental that he wasn't healthy in the playoffs the last several years. And, of course, James Harden was holding him back a couple times there, too. And so was Ben Simmons. So there's your case for Joel Embiid to be the best guy on a championship team. We talked about no Draymond because of an ankle sprain. 13 NBA rookies get Nike deals as Wembanyama and the Thompson twins headline group signing shoe endorsements. That's pretty cool. The men's college basketball preseason All-American team is out. And the lone unanimous player is Purdue big man Zach Edey. Joining him, Hunter Dickinson of Kansas, Armando Bacot of North Carolina, Kyle Filipowski of Gonzaga, and I meant to say Filipowski of Duke. I don't know why I had Gonzaga on my mind. And then Tyler Kolek of Marquette. So that's your All-American team. And I think that's a pretty good team. Good job by the college football or college basketball people. I said college football because I'm looking at the next thing to talk about. J.J. McCarthy is now favored to win the Heisman Trophy over Michael Penix Jr. after Michael Penix Jr. had a dismal game against Arizona State. Aja Wilson invites Usher to a party. That's funny. So, Michigan investigation update. Wolverine staffer Connor Stallions bought tickets for over 30 Big Ten games, none of them with Michigan as opponent. Wow. This is getting ugly, and Jim Harbaugh is not going to be the coach at Michigan next year. I could guarantee you that. And then players were gifted rat traps as UTSA reminded not to eat the cheese after winning 3 straight. One trap smashed the head coach's finger. That's scary. So NFL, Jalen Carter trolls LeBron James for his flop on Sunday Night Football. And speaking of the Eagles, they make a big trade for Kevin Byard of the Tennessee Titans as they send the Titans a 2024 5th and 6th round picks and defensive back Darrell Edmonds. So Philly improving its secondary. They're right there with the Niners for me for team to beat. The Niners just aren't healthy right now. And the Eagles, that was a nice win over Miami. They finally have like a resume win. Maybe we'll do power rankings on tomorrow's show. How about this? The league is investigating the Falcons, questioning Atlanta after Bijan Robinson's lack of playing time despite not being on injury report. This is frustrating because you took him with a top 10 pick in the draft and you already had a decent running back in Tyler Algier. It's like a freaking waste. And your quarterback is so terrible, the worst in the league. And the worst, and then the Vikings winning is really bad for Atlanta because now the Vikings are not going to be a seller. Oh my goodness, what a disaster for the Falcons. Christian McCaffrey played against the Vikings. Didn't really matter. He wasn't very good, and they lost. And then Trent Williams didn't play either. That was a big reason why Minnesota won that game. Nick Bolton out 2 months for dislocated wrist. That's brutal for the Chiefs. He was a big part of that defense. Justin Fields doubtful for Week 8 as Justin Fields recovers from his thumb injury. Jerome Ford has an ankle sprain, expected to miss a week or two. Dawson Knox has is getting wrist surgery, as Dalton Kincaid's going to be the guy. Seahawks linebacker Uchenna Nwosu out for the year with a torn pec. That's brutal for Seattle. He's been very good for them this year. Nick Sirianni tells the NFL not to ban Philadelphia's signature play. We'll see about that. And then Chris Olave arrested for reckless operation of a motor vehicle. Yikes. That's a disaster for the Saints. So he is in trouble, and we'll see where this goes. And then Dusty Baker, I hinted at this when talking about the Astros-Rangers series. Dusty Baker is stepping down as he has expressed that 2023 will be his final season as Houston's manager. So the question is, does he get another opportunity, or is this it for him? If this is it, phenomenal career. Got the Astros to a World Series championship last year. After years and years of having really good teams that just couldn't get over the hump. So we'll see what's next with Dusty Baker, whether he retires or goes to another team. But this is not a firing. This is a resigning. But we'll see if there's more stuff that comes out about us. But if this is it for Dusty Baker, phenomenal career. And it's good that he finally got that ring. Adolis Garcia won the LCS MVP. 5th Cuban-born player in league history to win MVP of an LCS. Jason Kelce, A.J. Brown, and Julio Jones were out supporting the Phillies at Game 6. Boy, Jason Kelce is probably the biggest celebrity of the three, thanks to his brother's girlfriend. But that's probably who everybody was looking for. But she wasn't there. And that, my friends, is the Queen, Taylor Swift. Madison Bumgarner hit Bruce Bochy up for the Vice as he offered his services for the Rangers for Game 7. That's probably why he took Jordan Montgomery out of the bullpen. But that might come to haunt him in the next series, especially if they play Philadelphia. Because they could have won that game without Jordan Montgomery. But now that messes up the rotation kind of a little bit. But we'll see. Robinson Cano and Bartolo Colon were drafted in Dubai as they're among players selected in Baseball United's first draft. Mariners bullpen coach Stephen Vogt is a serious candidate for the Guardians managerial opening. That's interesting. Vogt obviously was a catcher. And was a good veteran guy. I think he can be a good manager. Yoshinobu Yamamoto covets playing in a large market at mid-length to Yankees, Mets, and Dodgers. We'll see where he goes. He reminds me a lot of Masahiro Tanaka. I think he's going to be good. A good, like, top of the rotation guy. Not necessarily an ace, but somebody that could be reliable, like how Tanaka was with the Yankees. All right, last but not least, my best bet of the day brought to you by FanDuel. I have options on the board. But there's a soccer one I liked in the Champions League today, and that's Napoli. Minus 105 against Union Berlin. Union Berlin's been bad lately. I'm going to lay a quarter unit on it. So Napoli money line minus 105 against Union Berlin. Okay, so that's it for the show. I'll be back tomorrow recapping everything, looking at everything. Tomorrow we have reality TV. Tomorrow we'll do NFL power rankings tomorrow. And keep an eye out for the season prediction show for the NBA, which is going to drop today. Hope you guys have a great day, everyone.